Just look at that number plate, brake horsepower, and it's not surprising because this is the first generation of Fabia VRS. It's 1.9, it's turbocharged, and it's diesel. It's got 130 brake horsepower. The clever thing about the VRS is it still gets 53 miles to the gallon as well. It's quite amazing, considering it's a diesel hot hatch. It's probably one of the first diesel hot hatches when you think about it, and it's got about, well, it's just over 300 Newton meters of torque as well. As you can see, it's rather understated, but it does have telltale signs like the VRS symbol on the back. And yeah, you've got a brake horsepower number plate as well, haven't you? So that looks pretty cool. And if you've noticed, there's like a racing emblem under the Skoda badge. Just telltale signs. And the biggest telltale sign, that exhaust exit. Amazing. This is from Skoda's heritage fleet, and they've been kind enough to let us give it a bit of a drive round. So we're at Waddesdon Manor. Yeah, this certainly feels like an old school hot hatch. As you can see, Michael's in it, and he's having extreme fun. He's really loving it too.
Here we are in the Skoda Fabia VRS 2005.
This is Skoda's heritage vehicle.
We've gone back 13 years, haven't we?
We have, and yeah, it's, well, you can feel it, can't you?
It's pretty crazy, I think, that you've got a 1.9 litre engine in a car this size. Like, that's unheard of today. Like, when you think now, you know, Fiestas with 1 litres that produce 125 brake horsepower.
Yeah. Well, this does 128 miles an hour. But that's the thing, you can tell I'm old school because, oh, mind you, diesels were always higher capacities anyway, weren't they?
Yeah.
Because when you compare it to the Mark II Golf was 139 standard on a 16 valve, and that was what, 12 years before this. So you can see that there was a hell of a lot of advancement even then, from that to this, considering this is a diesel as well. I mean, where this car will come into its element is cornering. I mean, you can feel it's a lot stiffer straight away, can't you?
It's
dropping gears.
It's completely different to the Fabia that we've just driven.
You can tell why they based a rally car on it, can't you?
I think it's quite unique, really, being a diesel hot hatch.
Yeah,
you just
definitely.
don't get them.
I mean, it's got, you feel it pull, don't you? You feel it wind up. Sorry, I'm probably making the camera angle really bad. Yeah, I like this. I could have some real fun with this on the back roads. It's when you hit third.
It's that third gear torque.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah, I do like driving heritage vehicles, and this Skoda Fabia, well, it'll be the first generation, this, won't it?
Yeah.
And feel the suspension. That's awesome. Reminds me of the Mark II.
You can feel the road.
Yeah. But that's what you need, is something like a VRS, don't you? I mean, you've got the VRS motif on the gearbox. A strange thing which I didn't expect to see in the 2000 is a 6-speed gearbox.
Yeah, that's what I just looked down and saw that. I thought, oh. What I find really strange as well is because there's no infotainment screen. You've got a radio.
Yeah. That's an old school. I've seen that in a Caddy.
Yeah, it's
similar.
You know, that's it. We've not got gigantic infotainment screens and distracting electronics. You are.
Yeah, this car is basically you and the car.
Yeah.
It's got very, very basic
fuel computers and
and it'll have limited, what's the name as well, like, you know, stability controls.
Yeah.
Even if I don't even know if it has any. If it is, it's very well set up because it's very weighted steering. Yeah, the torque is phenomenal. I think it sounds very good for a diesel as well.
The brakes are good too.
Yes. Yeah, this it's got that real feeling of flex in the chassis. You can feel it. You know, it's similar to the Golf. It's similar to the EJ9. It's got a real feeling. You could throw this around corners for fun. I can really see why they made a rally car out of it. So one thing you're probably wondering is how well this corners. Way! It's yeah, fun. Feel the torque. Yeah, very, very. driver's car. Considering it's a diesel as well, that power. I mean, we even slid then.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. How do you find it?
I find it a lot more manageable than I was expecting. I thought it would, you know, I find it, you know, it's...
You're daunted by old school cars, aren't you? Because you think that they're going to be completely unmanageable with power. The thing is, you've driven a lot of powerful cars now.
Like, the steering's nicely weighted, the gearbox has got a nice shift to it, but then you've got an unbelievable amount of torque and power.
Yes.
Like, we're in 6 and it's just, you know, it's just pulling.
Well, that's the difference with the...
Crazy.
The diesel VRS, isn't it?
It's so torquey, and of course you just got that pull.
Yes.
Yeah, I like this. It's you feel connected with it as well.
Yes, that's it.
You can tell you've got proper hydraulic steering as well, because when you do that, it doesn't do what an electric power steering system doesn't go jolting off into a hedge.
Oh, it's a great driver's car.
You know, you've got...
Imagine this on like a, you know, a rally stage, or say just a country road.
Yeah.
Yeah, this experience of the heritage vehicle VRS is very good. Well, Michael and I have both fallen in love with this car. This is the rear, very sporty. Yeah, it's I like this. It's fun.